Hello, everyone. So we're back over here talking about Section 230. Let's get into it. Okay, I'm showing this Twitter thread because this is about what people have to say about Section 230. Well, that's what happens when YouTube, Twitter, Facebook abuse the privileges they've been given. Hate to say it, but it might be needed. Okay, I'm starting to see things a little clearer now. Wow, Section 230 might need revised because companies in big tech are already removing posts and have done so within the last couple of years. This happens to content that has been validated with evidence. You all also realize this would bankrupt the country too. We rely on these companies for GDP and jobs. Most jobs are for these companies or a subsidiary, and their closure would not be good, whether voluntary because courts or forced by courts. Okay, that doesn't. I trade YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook for $2,000 in my pocket. I think people are going. 230 must be revised, not repealed. That's a little bit more sensible. Burn it all down. Republicans lull. Good, let them fall. I don't want creators to suffer, but the majority of the ones I watch follow get censored and demonetized regularly for being conservative-minded gun supporters or just not PC. I'm no fan of government regs, but big tech is trash and needs a wake-up call. Yeah, burn it down. I hate Twitter. I like YouTube, but I hate their guts. I don't care about Facebook. Screw them all. That's what they get for outright abusing their power in broad daylight. These same people don't realize that by removing these platforms, they'll be censoring themselves. This guy gets it. Good. Section 230 needs to go. Section 230 is the only thing protecting good. It's about time. Destroy them all. Chuckles. 2021 rolling in okay, whatever. Please repeal 230 today. The old web will die, and we'll get a new one with common carrier social networks and dank memes. That's right. Communize the internet. Moving Section 230 need to happen, my opinion, lol. This section here that I'm highlighting with my arrow is where I think people are having an issue with, actually. No provider or user of an interactive computer service, that's YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, social media sites, shall be liable on account of any action voluntarily taken in good faith to restrict access to or availability of materials that the provider or user considers to be obscene, lewd, lascivious, filthy, excessively violent, harassing, or otherwise objectionable, whether or not such material is constitutionally protected, or any action taken to enable or make available to information content providers or others the technical means to restrict access to material described in paragraph 1. That's up here. These are just the logos of sites I put together because they're a little bit more popular. Of a Section 230 would completely eliminate YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, TikTok, Parler, Facebook, Floatplane, 4chan, BitChute, 8chan, Instagram, Storyfire, Minds, DLive, and Snapchat. All of these sites depend on Section 230 protection. If they don't have that protection, they're gone. And the reason that they're gone is this lawsuit here. This lawsuit is from 1994. It was Stratton Oakmont versus Prodigy, which was owned by IBM and Sears and Roebuck, versus an unknown user. What this is Prodigy ran a forum where people could post whatever they wanted, within, they had the terms of service. So this person posted facts about Stratton Oakmont. This brokerage firm didn't like what was being posted, even though it was factual. So they sued and won against Sears, Prodigy, and IBM because there was no Section 230 at the time to protect them, the service. And so they were deemed to be a publisher. If Section 230 is repealed, all of these services become publishers. There is no amount of money that would keep these services running. Let me give you another example. So, Section 230 also protects Walmart. How does it protect Walmart? Right here. Highly recommended. Now, this comment here would probably get Walmart in legal trouble. Yeah. Delivered today, very slow voice, on screen, blank, total garbage for $5.99. This 3-star review. Section 230 repeal. Walmart can't have this. Can't have this. Can't have this. They're liable for this now. This comment. Walmart is now liable. HP, no support. Walmart would be liable for this comment now. All that would go away if Section 230 was repealed. As big of a company that Walmart is, they can't afford, nor would they want to, be liable for what people are saying in their product review. And make no mistake, they would be very liable for what people are saying. This product here from Amazon. 2 stars, 2 ratings. Again, not a very good review. Again, this store, or this, I'm assuming that this store maybe makes this PC, they would be able to sue Amazon for allowing that review to stay on its site. Amazon, as big as Amazon is, again, would not take the liability or the lawsuit over a comment that somebody left under their review. Section 230 protects that. As much as people want to complain about this, this is what gives social media companies the ability to exist. Without these protections, they're shut up shop. Then where are you people going to go to complain about how you're being censored, about how your posts aren't being promoted as widely as you want them to be, that your First Amendment rights are being violated? Where are you going to go to complain about that? Because there isn't going to be any social media sites. Period. There's no way that they could take the liability of allowing the public at large to view what you post. Now, assuming that they reform 230, it depends on how it's reformed. But how would you like to see this message? Thank you for submitting your post. Your request is pending legal review by our legal team, which typically takes 6 to 12 months. Controversial subjects may take longer to research. Is that what you want? A repeal of Section 230 is just going to eliminate all these websites. You have, sites that really help people. If you have a question about how to do something, how to use something, there are forums out there on the internet that you could post your question to and they'll get answered. Those go away. No site can take the legal liability for something that you could potentially post, nor do they have teams of thousands of people to review the post to make sure that it complies with existing law that doesn't lead them into a liability defamation lawsuit. Which part of all this do you people not understand? If you don't like censorship on Twitter, delete your Twitter account. You are under no legal obligation to have a Twitter account or to use a Twitter account. Just delete it. You want to complain you're being demonetized or censored on YouTube? Delete your YouTube account. Delete your channel. YouTube is under no obligation. YouTube demonetizing your video is not censorship. If YouTube was removing your video due to a violation of the terms of service, that might be, obviously you're harassing. You could say then it's censorship. If Twitter's deleting your post, then you could say that's censorship. And my response would be, don't be an asshole on their site. It's not your property. You don't own Twitter. You don't own YouTube. You don't own the social media account that you were given. That's owned by those companies. You may not like that I'm saying that. The truth hurts sometimes. Facts are facts. If you want to be able to say whatever you want, there are plenty of open source forum software packages available. Download one of them, take one of your computers, set it up, link it to the internet, register a domain site, advertise that you now are running a forum. But if I were you, I'd be very careful, because if they repeal 230, you're the one that's going to get sued into oblivion. Let that sink in. You might think, oh, well, these places are worth billions and millions and billions of dollars. All those millions and billions of dollars are gone like that if they get class action lawsuit against them. Multiple lawsuits, because they won't have a legal leg to stand on. So they can't afford to have the liability of hosting your post. But I have my First Amendment right. Not on their property, you don't. You have First Amendment rights with the government. Walk into Walmart and the greeter says, "Welcome to Walmart, get your shit and get out." And that employee says, well, that's my First Amendment right to tell these people to get their shit and get out. Does not work that way. Here's another example here. Yet it's been abused to the point that they censor with impunity. It has to be repealed to be replaced with something more limited and better able to do the job. No, it doesn't. The law can be modified without being repealed. They can modify the existing law. That's not what's being talked about. The only talk is the elimination of. And then this was her reply. Twitter right now has me in a limited state. I didn't violate any rules or policies that they could name. I didn't violate the law, but they are limiting my reach, and there is no recourse because Section 230 prevents recourse for it. So my reply, it is their site and their property. They're under no obligation to grant you an account or continue to allow you access to their service. They are limiting your reach. Even if 230 didn't exist, they're not obligated to promote what you post unless you pay them to do so, meaning an advertisement. All social media sites, video sites, Twitter, Facebook, all that, streaming sites, they're under no obligation to host what you want. There's no obligation at all. If you're a partner or affiliate, it doesn't mean anything. You're effectively a contract employee. And you have to follow their rules. If you don't like that, create your own site, host it on your own system. Of course, you won't have the reach that you would by using Twitter or YouTube or Facebook or whatever. And I'm really getting sick and tired of these people acting like a victim when they're just a victim of their own making. As I said, there are absolutely no laws that require anybody to have a YouTube account, a Twitter, a Twitch, DLive, or whatever. There are no laws to say that you have to have these accounts. Delete them. If you don't like the service that you're getting, delete the account. You know, these sites are effectively a bullhorn. It allows what you post, what you say, to go out to many, many people. But you don't have the right to the bullhorn. It's their property. They can take the bullhorn away from you. Boo-hoo about it all you want. But don't use patriot, Christian, conservative like it's some sort of defense for ignorance. But in the end, that's just my thoughts, how I interpret things. And it's based on law and getting the opinions of people who deal with the law. Everybody, have a happy new year. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.